Yes, family. Guess who is back again? Dr. Cookie, real chatterbox. You hear me? Right now, we have a news for me today again. You understand what I say? So, we got some more promises coming down the pipeline. You understand what I say? I don't know how to feel about them because we had promises before and nothing didn't come of it. So, we just have to use our eyes and watch what is going on. You understand what I say? And the next one again, those are kill the people them. Those are kill the people them in St. Thomas. You understand what I say? Just because of the infrastructure of the road. You understand? They need to be fixing these roads properly. And if them doing work around the area, i.e. building up all them housing estates and all these things, they need to make sure the people them road wet so they dust now damage some of the people. You understand what I say? Because you know people have asthma and everything in yard. You know what I mean? You have certain allergies where you can't take the dust. You understand what I say? And you want to see how some boy drive hard on them bad road there. You want to see. That's why the speeding thing in Jamaica, madness. Let's keep it going, family. And we'll talk about the doctor them as well. You understand? And how them cheat we when we turn up to them for help. Let's go.
Disruption and delays in Trinityville, St. Thomas today after residents mounted roadblocks to protest the ongoing dust nuisance in the community. We were told the residents took to the streets from as early as 3 o'clock Tuesday morning to vent their frustration. They used large stones, old appliances and other debris to block the main road, impeding motorists.
See nothing. Come show it around side the put on, we can't see. So we now say we have blocked the road. That's people can't go to work. We're blocking the road because the dust is killing we. We stomach everything. The road so wet. And that we are talking about wet the road.
And I'm not lie, you understand me? If you're doing work around the people, then you have to think about the surrounding area as well. You understand me? You're doing work in the community, make sure the people don't suffer. Don't do no half on work. You understand what I say? They're going to be telling us about 2 truck was out of hard and all these things. Get the truck them back on the road. You understand what I say? And look at the road. Look at the state of the road. These need proper pavement, paving properly. You understand me? So you won't be getting all these dust going around the place as well. You know what I mean? But keep going, fam.
Wet the road. Even 3 times in the day, we're good.
Guys are sick, the youth them. The asthma people them have problem with it. The old people them have problem with it. Sinus people have problem with it. Allergy people have problem with it, man. Right? Look how far we live in a bush. And as much as we live in a bush, dust are killing me in my house. Same way.
They say that while they're thankful, something must be done to fix the problem.
People need to listen to these people. They need to listen to them, blessed. You understand me? Because people don't just come out and cry like that. But this is what we need, family. More protests in Jamaica. You understand what I say? Any problem we don't have, protests we call. We don't have the Hanjo Holness in there. Massive protests should be going on for him. You understand what I say? So he'll be doing better for the Jamaican people. He's got some promises coming up. Listen.
But at least we are not pigs, we are not animal. We need somebody to stand up for us. We have got nobody. We are speaking on deaf ears. And at this time, we are fed up. We are asking that the relevant authority to step in.
Right.
In the meantime, the National Works Agency, NWA, explained that 2 of the water trucks used to sprinkle the road were out of service. So there was...
Look on that. My family, look on this car, you know. Watch the speed where this man is driving on this. Look on the road. You understand what I say? So these places should be having speed cameras. This is what I'm talking about. These places should be having speed cameras. Pave the road properly, put speed cameras up. You understand what I say? And then you won't be having all these mad crashes that's going on in Jamaica and people losing their life. But take a look at this.
Was only one truck carrying out the work. Communications manager at the NWA, Stephen Shaw, said while the dust was being controlled in the area, the extremely high conditions have made matters worse. He is, however, promising the residents of Trinityville that the road is scheduled to be oiled by Thursday this week, with plans to have it paved by next week.
Look, So you understand me? I say you will be getting dust. You will be getting dust from it because look at the state of the road. Look at the state of the infrastructure. These things should be getting attention. You understand me? I say way before you're starting to do work and everything around the corner. Because obviously the people is going to be suffering in the community that you're doing your work. You understand me? I say, but let's keep going. Donkey and car there. When I roll donkey, see and we in a long time, I don't see that, watch this.
The government is promising more infrastructure such as bridges and roads to Jamaicans. Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark said the government is now in a better position to spend more money on these projects.
Listen.
More in this report.
Jamaica's debt is going down. At present, the country's debt to gross domestic product GDP ratio was 79%. And that is good news for taxpayers, especially those longing for certain critical infrastructure in their communities.
As we enter this domain with our debt going lower, the possibility exists with the fiscal space that is created for us to address the deficiencies in our infrastructure.
Family, I hope these are not just empty promises we're getting right now. This is my biggest issue. You understand me? I say? Because we had so much promises before when nothing no come to light. Nothing come to light. You understand me? I say? So I hope this man, just come up here and just talk for the government, Just a talk for Andrew Holness and if we try big him up, You understand me? I say? Things need to be done in Jamaica for the people, them sister, doing something for them. You understand? Let's keep going.
In the country. And by addressing and improving those infrastructure deficiencies, we thereby improve quality of life.
So what are some of the projects the people will see in coming months and years?
Let's hear
It includes highways and roads and bridges. But when we speak about infrastructure, we also mean the physical infrastructure that warehouses the delivery of public services.
Highways, roads, and bridges. What about the houses, them, that the president said he was going to be making for the Jamaican people? Them dwellings that cost 2.9 million. You having growth now. You understand me? You're owing less. So everything should be coming into one like that. Bridges. Which part of Jamaica need a bridge? Let me think about it. What kind of thing is this you're telling me? With me, just I'll keep my eye open. Family, let's just keep our eyes open and here's cock. You understand me I say? And see if them come true with what them talking about. Because you know the lies that will come out of them boy mouth. You understand me?
And over the next decade, Jamaica is going to be in a position to spend hundreds of billions of dollars to improve public service delivery through infrastructure upgrades.
And speaking of infrastructure, Dr. Clark admitted most tax offices in Jamaica are not fit for purpose in modern Jamaica, as
right.
many are too small, among other constraints such as poor technology.
Which is right.
These are the problems that the authorities hope to correct with a new facility in Christiana, Manchester. Ground was broken for the building in the Strawn Castle area. The new tax office is expected to take government sources closer to residents for 4 rural parishes.
But if you understand what's going on, the government them is spending the money upon themselves really. You understand me I deal with? If you look into it deeply, it's for them building them building up. You understand me? They should be doing these things same way in the background. You understand me? But putting the Jamaican people them forward first. A lot of people there don't have sufficient housing to live in. You want to see some of the shanty town them where the people them living in, and some shack and all these things. You get me? So these things should be doing in the background, but tell us about the houses them that you're going to build for the Jamaican people. Please. That's included in these budgets that we're talking about. Let's keep it going.
So Christiana becomes an entrepot point that instead of people wanting to go to Brownstown in St. Anne or to go to down, in Trelawney by the seaside or in Clarendon, they can it's shorter for them to come to Christiana.
In the meantime, Audley Shaw, who is the Member of Parliament for North East Manchester, made public his wish for the next government-owned facility in the constituency.
I've already appealed to the Prime Minister in the same way that this land is owned by government. You haven't bought it because we had the Public Works Department had an office here, right? But we also have other government properties in the constituency. Not far from here, we have an area that can become and should become.
That's what I say. You see, you man not talk clear, family. The man not be definite and straight. It's going to become, should become, should, what kind of should? You have the land, there are a lot of land the government have out there with them capture up. You understand what I deal with? And I lick down people house off and all them things. They got a lot of land. So it will become. That make me feel like say a lie, you know, a lie to me right now. You understand me? I say a blind side we right now. Empty promises. If you look on him face, him they even feel him talk like say him know we're coming up. Him know the lie them when I tell out time out. Just look on him profile.
A heart, an agency for the heart training program.
Raquel Porto, TVJ News.
Be confident, man.
Despite a $70 million US expansion currently underway at the Sanctus International Airport, talks are already swirling of further expansions. This as the tourism sector continues to be one of the major areas of growth in the economy. O'Shane Masters reports.
Let's see.
A buoyant Edmund Bartlett as he spoke about the prospects of the country's tourism sector. It comes as Frontier Airlines introduced direct flights from 3 additional U.S. cities to the Sanctus International Airport in Montego Bay, St. James last week. He noted that with some 20,000 additional rooms being built, with 3,000 to be ready for the end of the calendar year, the country's tourism infrastructure needs to be improved.
It's going to require several more things of us. And this airport here in Montego Bay is going to have to respond to infrastructure development and expansion.
Well, this is good. You know what I mean? This is good. Bringing more tourists. You understand what I say? More growth. You understand where I come from? This is good. If it comes true, it's good. You understand what I say? It will be good for Jamaica. Because I only want the best for Jamaica family. You understand what I say? It's my country, my love. To my heart as well. You understand where I come from? So these things are welcome. This is welcome. Expansion, airport, more places the tourists them stay and all these things there. You understand me? I say more security. You understand me? I say?
In order to deal with this.
But for Minister Bartlett, the bigger picture is for the Sanctus International Airport to become the hub for aviation in the Caribbean.
So the expansion has to happen. When I go to Kingston, I have another discussion for them. But the truth is that as we grow the sector, as we grow the markets, and I want you to know that this year, our budget is being augmented to support new markets. And new markets means new air partners. And new air partners for us are going to flow from the farther distances where the requirements for bigger equipment with larger capacity and longer range is going to come into our space.
It's why he says further expansions will be needed based on the dream for Jamaica's tourism sector and the wider Caribbean region.
As you know, the new strategy I'm engaging with our partners is not to compete anymore, but to compete, to find a way to collaborate and to converge our interests into one common position where we can all grow together. As we say, a rising tide lifts all boats.
Oshane Masters, TVJ News.
Need more people in the country.
Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says more work is needed to address customer services at public health facilities. Speaking in St. Anne recently, Dr. Tufton says he's putting plans in place to ensure customers are treated fairly when accessing care. More in this report.
For years, some patients accessing healthcare services at public health facilities have been complaining about how they are being treated by healthcare workers.
Family, I think these hospitals as well should be introduced to be getting some work done on them. Look on the hospital, man. Look on the hospital. They need a more robust. They need bigger hospital to facilitate the amount of people that's coming through there. More ambulances. You understand me? I say more ambulance. Definitely we need a more ambulance on the streets in Jamaica and more readily available. And the wages supposed to be top for these people. You understand me? I say top priority. Pay the people them right and they'll be coming into work with a smile on their face. They don't have to be letting out them hang up on you, wake up on the wrong side of the bed. And I said they'll be happy to come into work. So these things are meant to be addressed as well. You understand me? I say, well, let's keep going.
Some have even gotten into physical confrontations, which the Ministry of Health had to intervene.
When people come and they are in distress, because people don't come to hospital or health center for the most part, unless they are in distress. That's what sickness represents, right? And sometimes just the way we talk to them and treat with them and address their inquiries.
And have manners. If you have manners to the people them as well. They are human beings just the same as you as well, you know. I'm talking to you people that's working in the hospitals and is on the reception desks. Leave home. Don't bring home to work. Because people that's coming to see the doctor and see you a lot, they are under pressure as mine when I say them under distress as well. You get me? So you head into the fire, war go on. War is gonna break out. You understand me I say? So let's keep going same way, family. Because this need to really be addressed. And pay the people them right.
Or just to show them a pleasant face.
Yes, man.
Is the beginning of the therapy that they need. Because oftentimes it's probably a little encouragement and counseling that they need to overcome something that's not that serious, but because they don't know, they think it's serious.
But Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton agrees that the problem needs to be fixed.
So, this is something I think really need to be addressed in Jamaica as well. The amount of money they're charging to see a patient. You understand me? I say the people them are paying tax for a reason. You know, they're paying tax in Jamaica for a reason. You need to sort out a way how to get these payments down a bit for people seeing doctors, for people getting medications. You understand me? I say that's helping Jamaica. That's helping the people. That's looking after the people. You understand me? I said some people come there and do not even have the money really. That's why some of the customers them can be haggish as well, you know, because them know so them have to go spend them last, them vex them sick. You understand where I come from? So that's we need a bit of help. We need a bit of help in that perspective as well. Let's go.
And I'm committed to it, is to how we as a team in public health all 23,000 of us, whether we are the nurse, the doctor, the surgeon, or the man who clean the floor, show a unified front to welcoming people, Jamaicans, who come to our healthcare facilities and want help.
Good dog.
We're going to have to put more emphasis on customer care and patient care, recognizing that it is the first point of seeking therapy.
Dr. Tupton says if this is addressed, persons will have a better approach to health workers.
Definitely.
Some people, from them see the doctor, them start get better. Them have pain, but as them see the doctor and explain to the doctor, the doctor say nothing wrong with the man. The pain just gone same time. Because the mind is a powerful thing. Sometimes the customer service rep on the floor can achieve the same objective. The opposite is true. If you are hostile, if you are, then it amplifies the scenario.
And put pressure.
And I believe that too often, many of the hardest working people in healthcare, who are the majority, are let down by a few who do not take the time to administer care with compassion.
That is true, family. I'm not gonna lie to you. You understand what I say? If you go in there and see a smiley, lovely face, see no kind of attitude and all them thing there, it make you feel more calm and relaxed. You understand what I say? I like the way my man talks till me not go around you. So you see that I give you your props when you need your props. When you start lying to the Jamaican people and me start beat you same way. Because me see it. You understand what I say? When me see it, me say it. Dr. Cookie. Real Chatterbox, you don't know anything said. Family, comment in the comment section, like and subscribe. You don't know. We're coming back with another one again very soon. Keep the connection up and going. Now go eat some cookie, drink some milk. You don't know anything said. And we're back again. Out the road.